Hello, my name is Dr. Killer 1207, and this is MechWarrior Online. And once again, we'll be doing another review, and this time we're doing it on the Pheonix Hawk-1k. Now, I wasn't really going to do any reviews on this, because it was a pain in the butt of a mech, but I've grown to love it. Anyways, we're going to go to the mech lab. Okay. So right off the back, this is the build. Every build you're going to see when I do these reviews for the Pheonix Hawks, I'm going to do the other two that I have as well. I made up. I came up with, and this is what I came up with the 1K. I tried a variety of builds. I tried medium lasers, medium pulse lasers. I wasn't going to do small lasers on this thing at all. So this is what I came up with. I came up with the left arm 0 armor, left torso 40 and 4. Head 16, and I had to take 2 off the legs. Heat sinks double, structure endo. I came up with an XL 280 engine. You can drop it. The speed's 108.4 with speed tweak. It's pretty fast. It's pretty good. This variant doesn't have JJs, so I kind of wanted the speed since it had no JJs. But you could drop the engine and add, another laser or up the armor or double heat sinks, whatever the case may be. But I went with the right stack with 2 LPOs, 4 double heat sinks total with 1 in the engine, and 2 lasers in the torso. The reason I put the medium lasers in the torso is because we'll talk about it, but the arms are very flimsy. If I could, I would have put the LPOs in the torso, but yeah. But basically I poke with this with the right side and medium lasers. That way if I lose both arms, I still have at least medium lasers to fire. The corks on this, garbage. Standard laser duration minus 5%. It's got acceleration rate and deceleration rate, which almost every medium has anyways. Turn rate plus 60, which, yeah. Okay. Positives, negatives. Positive, it's fast. But what medium really isn't? 108.4, that's what, like Cicada fast. It's fast. It's got decent firepower for, 2 LPOs, 2 mediums. It's got decent firepower. And it's mid-range. So unlike a Griffin where it could brawl, this thing can't brawl. This thing struggles with lights too if it's small pulse lasers. For instance, like the negatives is definitely, it's weak. It's very, very weak. These arms are like toy arms that I give my son, and they just pop off. You could just rip, and they come off. And one of the gameplays you would see that. This is your main damage dealer, and you got to try to protect it, but it's so hard because when you're twisting, it just falls off. And the other negative is its corks. The corks is garbage. Obviously, you saw the corks for it. It had no decent corks whatsoever for this mech. But they're still kind of fun. And it was actually fun coming up with builds myself instead of really taking builds from other people. And again, that's just me. But this is what I found. And like I said, you could always drop the engine a little bit more, add more double heat sinks, add more lasers, add more armor. You still go 104.5. I just did the 280 because actually, to be honest, I didn't want to spend any more money on this. And I don't think, I think I had a 305 in it first because I was doing medium lasers. And I had a 280 sitting around, and I really didn't want to spend any more money. That was how frustrated I was with this thing. And, but yeah, anyways, on to gameplay. Alright, for gameplay 1, we are on Caustic Valley. I haven't played this map in a while, since the new update with the mini-map and Frozen City and all that, which I'm not a fan of the Frozen City. But alright, so normally on Caustic Valley, this side pushes up to Delta 4, Delta 5. Okay, we all know Caustic Valley is usually a NASCAR. They move this way, we push this way, or sometimes they counter push this and the fight comes over here, which is always nice and fun. But right off the back, I'm just heading up middle. I see the team not pushing this way. They're pushing this way. They're counter NASCARing. What? Anyways, I'm doing my job. I'm going to get stuff like that so my team can know. Okay? So here, I think we threw off the opponent quite a bit. Because like that Kodiak and everything is expecting us to be coming up this way. And we're not. We're going this way. So it kind of threw them off. So right now I'm poking. I'm just trying to get angles, shoot. Try not to poke in the same spot. Because of that right there. Because of that reason right there. And this thing is flimsy. You don't want to be taking AC-10s to the face. New target acquired. So I'm going to pause it. Right now we're doing the opposite side of the NASCAR. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be leapfrogging from one opening to another opening to another opening to another opening. So basically, while my team is pushing around the corner, what I'm going to be doing is every opening I have, I'm going to come out and shoot whatever's across from here. The other thing it does is if they push into the middle. Now, if that's the case, I usually run out. My team can now make a concave where the enemy falls into it. So one, it helps where I keep an eye on the enemy consistently, making sure they don't push in the middle. But it also helps too because I am leapfrogging from angle to angle to angle where the enemy can't really, they don't know if I'm going to point at the same spot or I'm going to be where I'm exactly poking from to knuckle them down, if you want to say, for my team. So also too, something I forgot to mention is the LPOs are really good towards end game. What I mean is by when there's the last couple mechs down and they're hurt, the LPOs followed up with the mediums really do pack enough oomph in them where you can pick up, I've done it, at least 1 to 3 kills with them. So here we catch this Marauder, Delta, completely out of position. Completely. And then he has a friend that's completely out of position as well. So he gets stripped. I'm not worried about the Marauder anymore. Now, I could have kept shooting him to get a kill. But again, that's no. Like, I want to get the next guy. I want to win. That's why we play. We want to win. And I also wasted 2 cool shots to try to get that kill on the Nova, I believe it was. And I didn't. Here in a minute, you're actually going to hear RJ. Boost! I forgot to have TeamSpeak off when I was doing gameplay.
Pheonix Hawk review.
So, yeah, see, he already knew. And then bam, there's that Kodiak! I'm scared, dude. I don't want to get hit in the face with those 10s, man. So what I'm doing is I'm running down low now to get a different angle to shoot up a different way. Now, right here, I could have gone around that rock, but the problem is it completely separates me from the team, and I don't want that. So what I'm trying to do is create lines here. Right now, I get completely caught off guard. I'm gonna pause it. I get completely caught off guard, and that right arm, my most important arm, my LPO arm, falls off like it was nothing. Granted, it was I believe the Nova with machine guns and the small lasers, but you get to see, you make one little slip, your arms are gone. Like that arm just fell off. Boom, bye bye. And that happens more than you really have to play this thing pokey and really make sure it's almost like playing a light, just a light that's mid-range with a little bit more firepower. And here I really wanted to kill because I saw all his small lasers were gone. He had ERs. Now the problem is if that's a good or decent player, he'll pop. I'm running an XL. He can hit my left or right torso. So like right there, I was trying to get the kill, and that's where I'm going with the LPOs. If I had those, I probably would have killed him. Medium lasers are good when they're paired up with something. When they're paired up with DACA or something close to their range. LPOs, DACA, like AC-10, AC-20s, stuff like that, or more medium lasers, maybe even medium pulse lasers with them. But when they're just 2 or 3 medium lasers, they really don't do much at all. It's just like if there's 4, you can do something with it. But these 2, like I said, is better than nothing though. So 420 damage, not bad at all. 420, kind of ironic. But okay, so I always go over the damage spread of the team. Well, 420, 421, 200 here, 350, 588, 442, 432. Amazing spread. I got no kills, unfortunately, but we won the game. And I also picked this video to show how, like, it's my arm. Like, my arm's stronger than that, and I'm skinny. But anyways, we go look at the enemy, though. Right? I mean, the Kodiak. Okay, Kodiak 3 should be doing that. Not more. So, again, stay with the team. Don't get separated. They right off the bat, the Marauder and that Nova completely separated, made them down 2. Really like that. And that's what all it takes. So maybe a little bit of something for you guys to do. You know, do a counter push around, catch your enemy off guard. But onto gameplay 2 we go. All right, and for gameplay 2, we are on HPG. And again, HPG is definitely one of my favorite maps. Now we're on the other side where we don't get the advantage of the ramps. So I hit some really bad lag spike right there. So I kind of chill out for a minute to let it finish whatever it was doing. So we're at the back. Normally what I do in a fast medium, preferably like a blackjack if I'm on this side and stuff like that. And that's another thing too. This thing actually, it has decent mounts. It can poke decently, but it's still nothing like a blackjack. I try to get to the other ramps to counter them pushing up here or over here. So, but remember, I'm very flimsy. So me coming here is just to kind of be like, yo, you can't push like over. So right here, they poke up. There's 2 assaults on one. And then Charlie, a timber pulls up. Okay, please guys, don't ever do this. He's got a tag, 2 small lasers, and LRMs, and he's poking the ramp. Okay, so no, even on that build. I'm sorry to whoever that is. If you watch this, I'm very sorry. But anyways, as I'm fast, I'm gonna just poke up. They're starting to see me. They're kind of looking. I'm like, okay. I don't want to do that again. Let's poke down here. Now, I see the heat right here. I'm like, oh, okay. Hunchback probably. Oh, he's dual cost. Okay. So I want to chill out for a minute. The team's doing pretty well. We're spreading out. The assaults are coming up on, I think, the top or they're on the left or the top. It's really hard with this new
target acquired.
This new map. But right now, again, all I'm trying to do is just be a nuisance, like a little fly pestering, hitting what I can when I can. So right here I look because I see the Hunchback smoking. I'm like, what has he been doing? And I'm like, the duel. Right there I turn. I do a quick shot and I turn because I'd rather have him take that left arm. That's useless. So here I'm just going to be poking stuff, trying to get shots off. Again, just doing what I can. And that's where I'm going with. It's really good because like you can poke and pop, back off.
New target acquired.
So I'm just hitting this Warhammer right in the middle, trying to get him off the center. I don't want him on the center. I want him back in the corner. We want the high ground. You see, there's another guy over there with the high ground. We're looking pretty good. So I'm just gonna keep poking, doing this. Mostly focusing on that Kodiak, obviously, because it's one of the most lethal one. So I see this Oxide real quick.
Bravo, Kodiak.
And I go down, but he faced a Dire. And Oxides aren't what they used to be. Locust, I get hit by that Gauss again, dude. That was really frustrating. So I see him back off. And now right here, as my team is moving up, I'm moving up with them. I'm playing that support role. That's what I figured out about the Pheonix. There's this support role. They support the team by either doing what I'm doing or scouting. Like I said, they're like a light with this is like a light with mid range. So now I'm gonna take the top ground and do pestering stuff up here. I'm gonna bug the crap. I'm gonna rip his back, make him turn around. There you go, turn around. You know what I mean? Like I'm going to mess with them. So this guy's screwed. Yeah, I get a kill. So here's the end game, 7-2. This is what I've been talking about, with the LPOs and the mids together really do good together. So I look, CT open. I'm like, okay, cool, shot that. Get another one, bam, down. Now right here, my left torso gets open, and I'm like, oh crap. And he's got small lasers. So being as quick as I am, I'm not going to stay up there. I'm going to drop back down, okay, and then re-engage. Come back up the ramp when he notices I'm not there. And right here, I see that torso open. Boom. And I pop it.
Well played.
With a little bit of good aim with these LPOs and mid lasers, and you aim for the Pacific, you're dirty fighting. Again, like a light. You're dirty fighting. You're fighting for 3 kills, 589 damage. So I'll pause it real quick. Basically, you're dirty fighting at mid-range, though. Not close range like a cheetah or an oxide or whatever. You're mid-range dirty fighting. You're mid-range poking, being a nuisance, having them look at you while something else is shooting them. And you're basically just knuckling them down towards the end game. And then once, like you saw, I picked up 3 kills towards the end of the game because the CT's open. I just alpha with it. And that's because the mid lasers are paired up with the LPOs. So 589, 3 kills. Kodiak 3, of course. That's how it's done. 1135. You guys saw my previous videos on this thing. It's absolutely retarded. But overall, 512, 355, 324. Team did pretty good. That Kodiak just did a lot. So it's really when a mech does that much, it's really hard to spread the damage. Unless they have a lot of assaults, which they did. And their Kodiaks did not do well at all. Overall, their team spread was pretty well as well. Not really, actually. I'm looking at the 180 and the battle 120. Yeah, these guys should have done more. But we just had better aim, I would say. And, I mean, 3 kills on this guy, too, the Nova. So, again, just learn the mech, play to its advantage, use it with your team. Not all games will you win, not all games you're going to get like that Timber that poked with that build. If you watch this video, NGUN814, hopefully you learned you're an LRM boat, you don't poke. You sit back, you let the other guys poke while you launch LRMs. And I don't recommend LRMs on a Timber anyways. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this review. Please post positive and negative comments. Also, I stream, so hit that follow button. Also, the subscribe button, man, it doesn't cost. It helps. Hit the like button as well. And hopefully you enjoyed. Anyways, guys, MechWarrior on.